Hello everyone, Mallory here with McWane Science Center and welcome to SciSparks. This piece of paper holds a secret. Get it wet, and an image appears. But why are the dark parts staying wet and the light parts staying dry? Let's find out. The lighter parts of this fabric were coated in a hydrophobic substance. Hydrophobic is a combination of the words hydro, meaning water, and phobia, meaning fear. So are these substances actually scared of water? Not really. They just don't like to get wet. Or to put it more scientifically, they don't mix with water easily. Water is a polar molecule, meaning it has a small negative charge between its atoms. When we combine it with another polar molecule that also has a charge, like salt, the two will be attracted to one another. They'll break apart and mix together, like when salt dissolves into water. But not all molecules are polar. Some are nonpolar, like this oil, meaning they don't have a positive or negative charge. These molecules are much more attracted to each other than to the water, and the water reacts the same way, preferring to stick to other water molecules. That means the two types of molecules don't break apart and don't mix. Oil isn't the only substance you might have at home that's hydrophobic. Cocoa powder is also hydrophobic because it contains cocoa butter, which is a fat, and fats don't like water. So if we take a spoonful of cocoa powder and dip it into a bowl of water, you can see that the powder repels the water and stays dry. So if we take a spoonful of cocoa powder and dip it into a bowl of water, you can see that the powder repels the water and stays dry. If we leave it in the water a little longer, we can see that the water molecules form a film over the top of the spoon. But guess what? They still haven't mixed. This is like a little balloon of water around the cocoa powder, staying separate from the powder. And if I use a toothpick, I can pop that balloon and our powder is still dry. So if you've ever had trouble mixing up hot cocoa, that's why. Another way to tell if something's hydrophobic is to observe how water reacts on a surface. Regular paper is not hydrophobic. The water spreads across the surface and even soaks in. But watch what happens when we put a drop of water onto this paper that is coated with a thin film of wax. The wax is hydrophobic, so it repels the water. The water molecules stick together instead of spreading out, and the droplet sits on top of the wax. It'll even slide around like it's on ice if I blow on it. That's also how most rain jackets work. Regular clothing fibers attract and absorb water. But rain jackets are coated in a hydrophobic material that repels water, letting the water droplets just roll right off. Hydrophobic surfaces can help with everything from stain-resistant fabrics and food packaging to preventing ice buildup on airplane wings and helping to clean up oil spills. It also has some interesting artistic applications. This hydrophobic spray can be applied to the concrete of a sidewalk, creating a temporary piece of art that only appears when it rains. So there you have it. Even though these substances might be scared of water, you don't have to be, now that we know what it means to be truly hydrophobic. Well, that's it for today. Thank you for watching this episode of SciSparks. If you enjoyed this episode, let us know by leaving us a like. And to catch new episodes as soon as they're released, don't forget to subscribe. Until next time.